and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we will check new tier 7 premium destroyer BLYSKAWICA. So it is Polish destroyer, the first one in the game, and I think it's a fun ship. It's a different destroyer than your usual destroyer. So let's quickly check scoring and then jump into the battle, and we will do a short comparison with, I would say, with Lebrecht Mas and Jervis and Sims. I think, yeah, it would be. So overall I would give her 4 from 5 points. I think she is a fun ship to play. Survivability would be average, 3 from 5 points. Maneuverability would be 2 from 5 points, so she's on very low side of all destroyers in tier 7. Guns 4 from 5 points. I would, yeah, this is a gunboat mostly. Then torpedoes 3 from 5, and then AA 1 from 5. So it was so funny because in description they say, where is description? Just a second, details here. So she had the most powerful AA defense among all destroyers in the world, and actually she has only 28 small caliber guns. So, but yeah, no, doesn't matter on destroyers on tier 7. Okay, let's jump now quickly into the game, and we will also do the comparison with other destroyers there. Okay guys, so let's now, in the beginning of this game, let's compare her to Jervis and Lebrecht Mas and Sims, let's say. So in terms of survivability, she would be average, so she is relatively close to Jervis. And yeah, even if you compare it to other destroyers on tier 7, so she is somewhere in between, so average survivability. Then regarding maneuverability, so she is fast, relatively fast, 38 knots, but she has rather poor acceleration and very poor traversa. So this turning time is rather a problem. I'm running 2 traversa equipment, but if you compare it, for example, with Lebrecht Mas or Jervis or even Sims, you know, she is on the quite lower side of turning. So you have to keep that in mind, that you will, for example, if you will be targeted by CV or, you know, other destroyers or whatever, you will need a bit more time to adjust position and turn. Then for the guns, she has 120mm, 7 of them, 6-second reload, 8-kilometer range. As you can see here, 3% chance, fire chance, and then 14. I'm running turret reversa equipment. She has 14 degrees turret reversa, and if you compare it, the guns are very similar to Jervis. Again, so Jervis only has 1 gun less, but the stats are quite similar there. And then if we continue, but if you compare it, for example, to Lebrecht Mas, Lebrecht Mas has much higher AP damage output. So if you want a gunboat, even Z39 or Lebrecht Mas are, in my opinion, much better choice, because with AP you can work on enemy destroyers much faster. Yeah, it's simply, you know, German destroyers are much better in as a gunboat than her. I mean, she's not bad, but you know, they are better. Then if we compare torpedoes, so she has 6 torpedoes, and what is specific for these torpedoes, this is the very specific torpedoes for destroyers in the game. So they have very fast reload, 37.5 seconds, very low damage, 1840, long range, 8.11 kilometers, 33% chance of flooding, and they are quite fast. So they are, I think they're like 86 knots or something like that. Yeah, this requires a specific game style. So again, if you compare it to Jervis, for example, you know, you will have much higher. So Jervis has 10 torpedoes, much higher damage. Even Lebrecht Mas has a relatively good torpedoes, and yeah, for these torpedoes you really would need to use this flooding chance. So you need to find ships which use repair kits to actually, you know, cause the flooding and then make the damage, because with, or you know, you cannot go into battleship and, you know, expect that with 1 salvo you will, you know, take out the battleship that is half of health or 3/4 of the health. So, you know, you have to have an exit strategy or use the smoke or you know, outrun the turrets and this kind of stuff. And on the other hand, some torpedoes are very fast, have a long range, so you can really use them often because they have very fast reload, but don't expect that torpedoes do damage by themselves, so really need this flooding to actually do the damage. And then she has relatively poor, so I think the worst AA from all Tier 7 destroyers, and she has, I'm not using concealment, so she has a 6 kilometer detection range in my case. So for the play style, I would use she is a gunboat, so try to target enemy destroyers and battleship to light the fires. Try to use these torpedoes often and try to use the smoke wisely. Then for pros, I would say definitely her guns, fast torpedoes with fast reload and smoke. And for cons, I would say low maneuverability and low damage torps. So yeah, but overall I find her quite fun ship to play. So she has her quirks, so to say, but overall, yeah, I definitely find her a fun ship to play. But overall, I think that, for example, Jervis, or if you want the gunship as Lebrecht Maas or Z49 or even Sims, they are, I would say, yeah, overall better package. But nonetheless, she is a fun ship to play. Okay, guys, I hope this was useful for you. Please hit like and subscribe button, and see you in the next video. Bye!